everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is November the 30th, 2021, and today the topic is Ask According to His Will. I hope that you all had a wonderful Monday. Mine was sort of like I don't know, it felt like a recuperation slash rest day a little bit. I got a couple of tasks for today, but yesterday was kind of chill. Um, doing my little hustle from home and whatnot. You know how that go. But yeah, I mean, and it goes without saying being a mom, right? But anywho, yeah, that's how yesterday went for me. But yeah, man, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the juice, y'all. Let's get into the juice. So this morning, one of the first phrases that came into my heart and mind after the prayer and meditation was, what are our wants to God? Meaning kind of like what the things that we want, what does that mean to God? Like what is that to him? Like when we know that he has everything and he, created everything and everything like that, it's like, what are our wants? It's like it's nothing. Just it's not like it's too big or something like that in regards to him. So thinking on that and I guess marinating on that idea of God having access to all and everything like that, I guess got me to thinking that, hey, well, how can we receive the things we want? Uh, Obviously, the word tells us over and over and over again to ask, right? Ask and you shall receive, and all these different verses, even some that I'm going to share today. um, all of these verses are constant reminders of, hey, just ask, right? But I guess the thing is, right before I was getting ready to go live, I was trying to figure out like what to call this episode or what to call the topic for today, and I was almost about to call it all you have to do is ask, but then I guess something within was all like, nah, you got to do a little bit more than ask. And so that's why the topic today is ask according to his will. And yeah, so that was the inspiration for today. So the verses, friends, let's start off with this one. It's James 1 and 5. It says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. So now obviously this is in regards to wisdom in particular, but again, um there's a lot of things that well, a lot of verses that tells us that anything we ask and will be given to us. And so I mean, as I went deeper today, I ended up reading several things. One of the things I ended up doing was reading the entire John 8, which is the account of the lady that was found in adultery. Um, and I think, well, for me, what I was, I guess, thinking about this morning as I read that entire account was that, again, a lot of times we think about God and we think of him as if he's, I'm just gonna use the word, but that's what people think, right? They think that he's just judging them. They think that he's up there keeping track of everything you do wrong just to condemn us or whatever people think about God. Um, that maybe you don't feel comfortable asking God something, right? You don't feel comfortable asking for the things you want because maybe within us we feel like God is judging us or God is um well, I was gonna say maybe some people feel like maybe God don't want us to have good things, or I don't know what people think, man. I'm trying to like be in general here. There's a lot of things that people think in regards to this, but I guess what I was reminded of today as I read that encounter again, John 8. um, is that, well, one, he had every right to condemn the woman, right? Um, she was found sinning and everything like that. But look at what he did. Look at what Jesus did. Uh, First, he set her accusers straight. All of those that was ready to condemn her and all that, ready to stone her and all that. Um, he let them know, hey, whoever's without sin, cast the first stone. Now, at the end of the day, he knows that he was the only one in that midst without sin. Everybody else obviously knew that they did have sin, therefore, nobody cast any stones at her. And so, he, being the person, or being, if you want to say the person, in that instance, he was the person, the one that was there without sin and could clearly cast the stone at her. Did he? According to what I read, no, he didn't. And I think that speaks volumes in regards to the heart of God, the grace and mercy, and all those things that we have every single day. Um, and I think this, at least this side of God, because again, we may not ever have a full understanding of God, which is interesting because that's what my prayer meditation was kind of centered around today. But this little glimpse into God and his heart that we saw through Jesus with this encounter with this woman, um, it just, he could have condemned her. He didn't. He could have stoned her and all of that. He didn't. And again, I think that speaks volumes. So if we keep that in our heart and mind, hopefully that makes it a little easier to go to God with our issues, go to God with our questions, go to God with our desires or whatever it is. Because again, if the word is asking us constantly and reminding us and telling us constantly to, hey, ask. Some verses are so clear to say that, hey, the reason you don't have is because you don't ask, and all of that, where it's like, why not try? Why not at least try it God's way? Um, as somebody that I would say is trying it God's way and has been trying to try it God's way, um, again, I sit here in the midst of blessings and whatnot. Not that I just did everything to deserve it, or not that I just am perfect or anything like that, but I can say that, hey, there was a time where I, asked, right? I guess made necessary moves to try to be in the will of God and ask things according to his will and not just according to my desires or according to uh, anything else. And so, yeah, I mean, I guess that's just something to think about on today, y'all. That's what came into my heart and mind as I was reading that encounter. And like I said, I hope that encourages you and inspires you to see that sneak peek at the heart of God. But let's go to Matthew 7 and 11. It says, if ye then, being evil, know how to give good to your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? So again, I mean, it's just one of those things that people like to compare themselves with God, right? They like to be like, I do this and I will do that. So why can't God do this? Why can't God do that, right? So if you, right, and it calls us evil here. So if we who are evil, we who sin, we who, fall short, we who don't measure up like yesterday, right? If we um, know how to give good gifts to our children, then I mean, I guess it should be a no-brainer that our Father God would give us good things as well. And so, again, ask according to His will. um, Now, Mark 11:24 says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. So not only are you asking, but you believing, right? You have that faith to know that at the end of the day, hey, I've asked for this thing. It is mine. I believe and receive it. And yeah, even if it takes some time, right? Even if it takes some time. Again, I mean, I was talking to my mom yesterday, and we just was really reflecting on just everything that has been taking place and all the blessings that we have received, and goals that we have reached and all these different things. And I'm telling her that, hey man, I'm just amazed every day at what God has done in my life, and she's saying the same about herself, and it's just one of those things where it's like, because again, and I think that's the beautiful thing about doing things God's way, because now I can look back and say, wow, I remember when I was asking for all of these things. I remember when I was um, praying for all of these things. But then at the same time, as I was asking and then as I was praying, I was working in faith for all of these things as well. You know what I mean? And so I think again that balance of faith and work is important. And again, yeah, also believing, right? Believing that you have received it. That's what the words say, y'all. So I'm going to keep going here. John 15:7, it says, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. So that's why I had to kind of reiterate today this this idea that it's not just asking, right? It's not just, yeah, God, like again, like treating it like three wishes of the genie or something like that. It ain't like just go around and asking for anything all willy nilly and expecting God to do it. Um, ask according to His will. Um, Again, I can remember praying the prayer that, hey, Lord, I do have the desire to be a wife, but if that's not your will for me, then hey, make it that I will be okay with that too, you know. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that's in line with the way that Jesus prayed, um, and especially when he prayed before he went to the cross and everything like that. And so I don't know, it's just one of those things to keep in our hearts and minds. Like, yes, pray, yes, ask, but also think about, hey, am I in the will of God? And and if you're not in the will of God, then hey, do what you got to do to get in the will of God as you ask and pray and believe. Um, and I mean, as I'm a living witness, man, I've seen Him moving, man, in my life. I've seen Him moving in my life, and this is all that I've done. I'm not perfect or anything. Um, I am just a human too. But at the end of the day, um, I just hope that this encourages you and inspires you to know that at the end of the day, God loves you. He is there. He is ready to give you great things. He had the whole plan for you in your life is great. There's plenty of verses that reiterate this fact about how He feels about us. And so, again, we may not fully understand how He feels about, or let me see, we may not fully understand Him, but like my the prayer meditation for today was reiterating that we love Him with all our heart and everything like that, and live according to His will, and ask for things according to His will, then and believe that we have received it, then we will. And I say, try it and see. The Bible verse of today is 2 Corinthians 9:6. It says, but this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he that soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love. your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow at the Lord's will. Bye bye. All right, Facebook and YouTube. I hope that encourages you and inspires you for today, because that is the juice. Yep, not too much planned today. Just I'm supposed to, I guess, teach a class, a virtual acting class, and aside from that, I'm probably just going to be working on little tasks here and there. Hustles from home. Y'all already know about all that. Yeah, like I said, I see God moving in my life. I'm excited about all the things that are in place and things that are getting to be in place. Like I said, I'm ready to announce some things for y'all, but I gotta wait, and we're gonna do things decent and in order, as they say. But yeah, I appreciate you all. I thank you so much for listening and watching. Like I said, I hope that these things encourage you and inspire you. And I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye bye.